Hey kids, what time is it? Time for another review with your good pal, Insane Ninja Bunny, aka Liz Dexic Eddie on the PlayStation Network and Twitter, aka Edward J. Hyde, your favorite brony / demon. Anyway, I've got a brand new toy review for you. Kind of, sort of, ish. Well, these guys are not necessarily involved with this at all. This is my Megatron and my Optimus Prime figure, which I've already reviewed for you. Now, I told you guys in my last videos that the next videos I was going to put up was going to be Soundwave, and I figured I'd save the best for last, literally, because I love the shit out of Soundwave. And this next toy that I have for you is something that I normally wouldn't get, a very unusual purchase. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Hold on, move these guys out of the way. Ironhide. Yes, I know I'm not an Autobot fan. I never was, never shall be. I wear a Decepticon logo on my chest. But this was reduced significantly in price than the original price it was. Now, the cool thing about this figure is that it is electronic. It has electronic lights that are not on the front, which would be really freaking awesome, but that's another thing for a different day. The mech tech is very interesting, which I'll show you in just a bit. And overall, it's pretty nice, pretty sturdy figure, very good posability. I was very impressed with it. Now, I'm going to show you guys, I know the last few videos I didn't do the upfront and personal transforming like I did with my, Soundwave review I did. I'm going to start to get back into that, but that's only because I was having difficulties with transforming them. It's a very small table space as compared to the last time that I did this review in particular, the Soundwave review, which was awesome, that everyone loved, and everyone hates these new ones. I don't know why, so people need to piss off. But, yes, back to this. Now, this is Transformers Dark of the Moon Ironhide Leader Class. I believe it's Leader Class. I hope they got it's Leader Class. And I was looking for Sentinel Prime, but they didn't have it anywhere. And I'm hoping to find it in the future. If anyone wants to send me donations as far as toys are concerned for me to do reviews on, send me a message via my Facebook or via my Twitter, and I'll get it in my feed, and I will send you my personal address or a address where I can be reached at, where you can send me things. That would be really cool because I love doing reviews on Transformers and such. Only Transformers. Guy I saw on YouTube called Max Mofo put his address out there, and he's getting all kinds of crazy free stuff, so if I give it out to you, don't send me free stuff. I'll do that later. But, on to the review. The cool thing about the vehicle mode is, hold on a second, let me move this slightly without destroying it. There we go. The cool thing about the vehicle mode is that, since it is electronic, you probably can't hear that, but that is the engine revving up. Isn't that badass? I know it isn't. That's somebody outside the window doing construction work, so don't mind them. The mech tech I was talking about. Mech tech is literally anything that can be transformed as a weapon, essentially. And this actually has two. It's got this up on top, which looks like a fancy-looking laser cannon thingy, and that's just by pulling and pressing in on the exhaust smokestack thingies. And the other side is his classic, I don't even know what the hell it is, honestly. It's a grenade launcher / plasma launcher / minigun, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I don't follow the Autobots all too much. Even if I play the video games, I never play as the Autobots. Decepticon completed 100%, Autobots 0. Because I'm just badass like that. Alright, outside of that, the vehicle mode is very crisp, very clean, no kibble, except for this little bit right here, which actually does look like the piece you step on to get inside the door, and the undercarriage protrudes slightly, which is the legs and such. But overall, not that bad. Now I'm going to transform him for you in front of you, so you can see what the hell I'm doing. This time, yes. And he is a very large figure, so excuse me if I can't fit him all into the frame all at once. But I'm going to try to get him to lay down as much as possible for the transformation. This turns around, as does the other leg. And we're done. No, I'm kidding. That would be absolutely dreadful if that was the case. Let's see. I just transformed him out of this mode. So let's see. Pull this up and out, and I'll form the head. You'll have to excuse me. I don't do jump cuts because I don't have editing software or anything. And sometimes the Transformers that I get piss me the fuck off. Because, let me do this one part off the camera. Ah, there we go. Don't mind the alien or the pen. There we go. That's what I was trying to get off right there. And then the arm pieces can pop where they need to go naturally. Yes, those are the arm pieces. Now, if anybody has had this figure and they want to do an alternate review to tell me how wrong I am with something, knock your socks off, leave me, just give me a response, I guess. I don't know. I won't respond to it, but I'll definitely take a watch of it and see what I'm doing wrong. I don't know where I'm getting these haters from. Apparently, one of my videos is showing on my phone as having, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 watches and 3 dislikes. And I don't even understand that. If it's 2 watches, how can it have 3 dislikes? I'm not going to get into it. Haters gonna hate.jpg. Alright. And now we're up to the roof assembly. Let me tilt this back, and hopefully my bionicle stand can withstand the... Oh, shit. No, it probably can't, but I'm going to mess with it anyways. Hold your horses, Zeus. That's not going to work. Oh, maybe it will. No, it just won't. Well, give me a second, and I'll figure this. I'll tilt that down on this for the time being. Watch the feet. Yes, they don't do anything cool, but you can watch them while I mess with this a little bit. Suck. As opposed to cursing, I found alternatives. Oh, God in heaven. I'm doing the chest piece now, and one of the things I noticed about this figure is that these parts have very weak ball joints. It will pop out on a regular basis when you're trying to transform it. I know that you can't see it, but it is the shoulder piece, the exterior shoulder piece, mind you. There we go. That's what I've got as of right now. See, like I said, this is a very good transformation in the figure. I very much appreciate that. This is like one of the only Autobots besides Sideswipe I'm probably actually going to appreciate as an actual figure. Oh, and Optimus, which honestly I never had an Optimus until the Dark of the Moon figure I picked up. The one I reviewed already. And that figure I very much liked. I'm not going to go as far as having all of the Autobots. It would be interesting so I could destroy them all in mock battles, but I don't think I'd ever want to have all of the main Decepticons, or Autobots rather. I'd love to have all the main Decepticons. If anybody has any figures that they're willing to get rid of, let me know, and I'll happily take them off your hands, even if it's for a small price. Not making bank necessarily, but if you guys want me to pay for something, you're shit out of luck. No. If you guys want me to pay for something, I can probably work something out with you. Maybe. Alright, there we go. Ugh. Let's see if I can get the feet to work right so he can stand up on his own without something propping him up. Now, the reason I kept Optimus and Megatron in their vehicle and robot mode, respectively, is so I can show you the size comparison. This is Prime compared to Ironhide. Now, Prime comes up to about his, not his fist level, because that's more or less his elbow level, but about his chest level. And the vehicle mode is just at his feet, because I've noticed that Prime and Megatron are about the same size. Oh, there we go. I can show you a good size comparison right there. Zoom in. Like, so that's a pretty decent sized figure. I think the only figure I've really had that was like that size was, what was it? I think it was actually one of the old Beast Wars figures. I think it was Optimal Optimus or something like that. I don't remember. He has a lot of kibble on him, on his back, from the GMC truck mode. As you can plainly see, the windows are all still there. The legs are being derpy. Give me a second. Ah, there we go. The ankle is just being derpy, if anything. You see all the windows are still there. The windshield, the two side windows, there's the grill. And this was the top of the truck right here. But I mean, outside of that, the cable's been kept down to a minimum for the robot mode. Especially on the front. If I can keep him up on his feet. Now, you see, up until now, I haven't had a problem with this, but I guess he's got stage fright as much as I do. Ooh. Break it. Yes. Ah, there we go. Oh, come on now. Don't be stupid. That'll be fine. Just stay right there. Now, the cool thing I like about this figure is that he's got a little switch on the back of his neck, a rocker switch, essentially, that if you press it forward, his little mouth plate right here drops down, and he says 2 battle phrases, weapons ready, and Ironhide here. And you can also do the same thing with a button on his chest. There we go. His chest piece right here, stomach piece rather, has the trademark spinny thing of death, which is actually very bright. And you can do the same thing on the back as well, if I can keep him on his feet again. It actually rotates like a roulette wheel, which is pretty cool. I like that. The mech tech that I was talking about earlier, the 2 guns that pop out of the top of the vehicle node, are right here. That's the plasma grenade cannon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, thingy. And that's the laser cannon over on this side. I don't use the laser cannon out as much for posing because it just doesn't look... It doesn't look like something that Ironhide would really use. He's more of ballistics and shell weaponry, mainly. The cool thing about him is, I'm going to drop the camera back down a little bit here, and hopefully if I can get him into a decent pose for this, I can show you the other neat little bit that they've added into the figure. This is the reason why I really wanted to get him, actually, because inside of his leg panels, he's got a small battle dagger, which is probably not going to auto-zoom in on it, so hold on a second. Just stand at attention, Ironhide, I swear to God. Ugh, when I have more Decepticons, I will fucking destroy you first. Don't taunt me. Just rest against the wall. You know, that's fine. Just stay right there. This is the thing. There we go. Very nice detail on it. It's got the serration on the back edge. It's not sharp. Otherwise, I would have killed myself by now because I like it so much. Oh! And it fits snugly, although not very nice looking, into his hand. As you can plainly see right there, it doesn't look very nice in his hand. But it does go there. Can I get his legs to do something nice for me for a change? Probably not. But you know what? That's okay. I don't give 2 shits. I only give 1. 1.5 maybe. The other leg... And now my camera holder wants to be a total pissant. Alright, and the other leg over here has a mech tech piece, one of the little weapon thingies, a missile launcher, which snaps out like so, and actually has 2 spots on his shoulders for mech tech pieces, which I like to use this one right up here for the shoulder-mounted cannon bit. And like all other mech tech pieces, that will fit in on other models, and you can fit other models' mech tech pieces in that slot. There's one over here on the other shoulder as well that I didn't get a chance to show you, but it is there, I assure you. I've gone up to 15 minutes, and I'm going to cut it off here. This has been Insane Ninja Bunny, a.k.a. Liz Dexic Eddie, a.k.a. Edward J. Hyde, here for another great review. Have a good one, guys.